Hey Foster, Kaylee, and Tilly. So today we're going to be doing some striking. I have an activity that is planned for you guys today in this video. But before we get into that, we have to go over the equipment. So what we're going to be using is a plastic bat. If you don't have a plastic bat at home, it's a-okay. You can use a empty paper towel roll. That will do the job as well. We have a cone or a tee. If you don't have a tee or a cone like this, you can use the side of your couch. I'll show you how you would use that as well later. And then we're using 4 poly spots to position their feet. If you don't have that, you can write on a piece of paper. You can do 1 and 2. That way you know you put your first foot on the 1, your back foot on the 2. All right, so we're also going to be using a squishy and soft ball. That way we don't break anything. And then we also have 1 target line. This line right here is going to show us, is like our target. Basically, when we hit the ball off of the tee, you want to either hit it with a strong force or a light force. A strong force, you got to hit it really far, and that would be over this line. And if you hit it light, it would be before this line. Now, if you also don't have a rope at home, that's a-okay. You can use a towel, scrunch it up into like a little line, and place it across the floor. So if y'all are using your couch at home to prop up the ball, you're gonna stand to it sideways, you're gonna put your bat up, and you're gonna follow across your body. So before we get into the activity, we're gonna go over one more thing, safety concerns. With a bat, inside especially, or wherever you are, you can do it outside, you have to take into account what's around you. You have to understand that, like, if you're inside, that if you swing the bat and you hit the ball, it could break something. You don't want to break anything. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to improve your overall ability to strike something. So you have to look around, make sure there's nothing in sight that you can break when you swing. You also want to make sure that when you stand next to it and you're going to swing, you don't swing through and hit something behind you that you can break. You also don't want to hit somebody else with the bat. That would really hurt. And you want to make sure that you don't also let go of the bat when you swing, because if you swing and you let go, you could throw it into something that doesn't want to get hit, or break a window, hit the wall, break something else. You don't want to do that. So when you're striking, you have to make sure that you stand sideways to the ball. You have to watch the ball. That way you're not swinging at whatever's in front of you and not hitting it. You want to be able to swing at the ball. So leading up to that, you want to bring your bat back. You want to transfer your body weight from the back foot to your front, and then start to rotate. And then when you make contact with it, you swing through. That way you can get direction and more power with your swing. Remember, don't let go of the bat. So when you swing through, don't just let go of it. Now, if you also need to pause it to set this up, that is perfectly fine. I completely understand. You can take that time now. Now for the activity. Like I said, we have 4 poly spots. We're going to hit the ball off the tee a total of 8 times. 4 times from each side. This side would be batting with your right hand on top of the bat. So I'd be the right hand. This side, we'd be batting with your left hand on top of the bat. Now, when you're hitting it, like I said, it's 4 times from each side. And 2 of those times, you need to hit it with a light force. Light force. That way it lands before the line. The third and fourth time, you're gonna hit it with a hard and strong force. That way it goes over that line. Same thing for that side. All right, you ready? Now let's go. The first one, bring it back, shift the weight. Hit the first one. Remember to put the bat down and go get the ball. Now bring it back. You put it back on the tee. Get your bat. Let's do another light one. Get it. Get the ball. Bring it back. Now 2 strong forces. Remember, foot on that one. And remember to swing through. Get the ball. 1 more on this side. Good job. All right, now from the other side. Remember, the first 2 are light, and the next 2 are the strong swings. All right? So swing back. Light. Now go get the ball. Bring it back. Put it back on the tee. Stand sideways again on the poly spots. Watch the ball. Bring it back. Transfer the weight. Swing through and get the ball. the strong ones. Strong forces. One more. Great job. So I have one last question before we go. When you swung the bat and the ball landed in this part of the floor, how much force did you give it? Was it a light swing or a strong swing? When the ball landed in this area past the rope, did you give it a strong force or a light force?